Okay, Marie-Lise, we can start now.
So I am on screen.
Yes, you are.
Okay. So hello all together. My name is Marie-Louise Neitz. I'm working at the Technical University of Munich in the at the chair of Professor Alois Knoll. I think a lot of people know him inside and outside of HPP. And yeah, so we are involved, or his chair is involved in a couple of, a lot of activities in HPP, among other things in the management of the open calls, or the calls for expression of interest in HPP. You could ask yourself, or we could start with the question: why are we organizing open calls? I mean, you could just like apply within with a consortium for EU funding from the beginning and carry the project through till the end, as this has been done for a long time in the past by the European Commission. But also there, things are changing, and they are going more and more for cascade funding or third-party funding in their projects. And the reason for the open calls is that they have considered, the European Commission has identified the open calls as one tool to actually promote innovation within projects. With an open call project, or with open calls included in the project, you can actually take up new developments on the market or in the research community quickly during the runtime of a specific project, and make it more up to date than just like sticking to what you have applied for at the beginning and then carrying it through until the end of the project. I think in HPP there's an additional aspect that comes into play, and that is that HPP is going to build a sustainable community. So there is the eBrains Association, which was just built or created in Brussels. And this association will make the results of HPP sustainable, and also further develop the research around the research topics which are tackled in the Human Brain Project. You could also ask yourself the question, why is it the Technical University of Munich that is organizing these open calls? It is because we have quite a lot of experience in doing that, in managing those open calls, which have to actually respect quite a lot of regulations, and which are heavily governance based as well, in order to make sure that even though organizations or also research organizations are in charge of managing those open calls, the results are actually unbiased. We have also developed, TUM has also developed an open call platform, which is which supports us in managing the entire process of the calls of expression of interest in the Human Brain Project. I'm going to present today 4 open calls, or 4 calls for expression of interest, which allow internal and external research organizations, companies all over Europe to apply for funding within the Human Brain Project. But what is even more important is that you have the possibility to engage with a very, very interesting, strong research organization, which has a very strong also relevance for industry. The first call that I would like to present to you is the call for expression of interest under Work Package 1, the Brain Atlas and the Simulation Engine Adapter Construction. In this call, or with this call, we are looking for experts in computer engineering and software development, engineers and developers with a demonstrated capacity to develop robust and efficient communication layers on distributed computing systems. The purpose is to develop an efficient software adapter or efficient software adapters between the virtual brain simulation engine, Atlas services, and data repositories. And you might realize that I'm looking here on my page because I need some, like I have prepared or pre-prepared some information because I don't have a scientific background. I'm like in administration, but I decided to take the opportunity to present those open calls to you in order to inspire a flavor in which are the possibilities for you to easily engage with the HPP community and the project. What is common for all the 4 calls which I present, apart from the last one actually, is that applications can come from institutions inside or outside of HPP. HPP, so you have the possibility to team up with members of HPP. HPP members cannot apply on their own. They, if they want to like engage in the core or the research topics which are on the core of the open calls, they need to team up with external institutions who want to apply together with them. If you are applying, or if externals are applying together with HPP members, 60% of the budget need to go to the external partner, and 40% maximum can go to the internal or existing HPP partner. In the core work package for work package 1, we have a budget of 450,000 euro direct costs, which means like for people who are or for participants, audience, members of the audience who are familiar with Horizon 2020 funding rules, know that this means that the 25% the indirect costs will come on top of this 450,000 euro, and the call follows the funding rules of research and innovation actions. The selected partners will be integrated in the HPP consortium, which is different from what normally is done in Horizon 2020 under the third-party funded projects. So selected institutions are becoming full partners in HPP. They will start their work in April 2021 and will finish their work until in March, end of March 2023. What is also notable, or what applicants should also take into account or keep in mind, is that you have to submit a pre-proposal. So in some projects, pre-proposals are like a specific offer of the consortium to applicants to make them more aware of the needs and requests and requirements, also particularly content-wise, of the proposals. But in HPP, this is even mandatory. So you cannot submit a full-fledged proposal if you have not submitted a pre-proposal prior to that. So software engineering for the virtual brain simulation engine, Atlas services, and data repositories. The second call is for work package 3 on functional architectures. And with this call, we are looking for research consortia from academia and industry, applying AI to real use cases, addressing challenges in human-robot interaction. While the focus is on vision-based scene understanding, applications may also investigate challenges related to planning and decision-making, very open to industrial sectors, and agri-food and mobile robotics are just mentioned as examples. In this call, exactly the same funding rules apply as in the first call. So we have direct costs, we have research and innovation application funding rules in Horizon 2020. Pre-proposals are mandatory. Starting is April 2021 until end of March 2023. And here we have a total budget of €1 million direct costs, and we are going to fund 2 proposals which will be selected. The next call is also for work package 3, but the topic is neurosymbolic processing. So applications will investigate models of implementing memory in AI models. The goal is to create neural networks being capable to select and store information for goal-driven temporal behaviors. The resulting AI models are supposed to solve symbolic-like computations. The funding rules are exactly like in the first 2 open calls. So research and innovation action funding, maximum 60% to an internal partner if you would like to team up, or if applicants would like to team up with an internal partner. And we are going to select 1 proposal with a maximum budget of €450,000 direct costs. The last call is a little bit different. It is a call for industry engagement in order to further strengthen the industry relevance of HPP. And we are looking for industrial partners, preferably small and medium-sized companies, to develop tools and services to be integrated in the eBrains digital brains research infrastructure. And an advantage that companies engaging with HPP via this call have is that they can accelerate the commercial and non-commercial utilization of by scientific and industrial communities. Also based on the eBrains association that is shaping up in Brussels. Here we have a total budget of €1 million direct costs. The maximum funding for proposal is €250,000 direct costs, and 4 proposals will be submitted. Which is a little bit remarkable here is that 10% of the budget of each of the selected proposals will be dedicated to the integration efforts by the high-level support team, which will help the integration of the developed services and tools in the HPP digital infrastructure. And it needs to be taken into account that this money will thus not be transferred to the applicants, even though the applicant does include that budget in the proposal. This is the general picture of how what stands behind managing an open call. From the planning to the outreach, part of that outreach activities is actually done by me now. And then you have the submission via the open call platform, first the pre-proposal and then the full-fledged proposal submission. We are going to give you a call deadline. Then the remote evaluations are carried through by 3 independent experts. Based on that evaluations, we are going to have a ranked list of the evaluated proposals. They will be fed into a panel meeting, and then the result will be publicly announced, and the successful applicants will be integrated in the consortium. What is worthwhile stressing is I've already mentioned at the beginning of the presentation that we have developed a scheme that we are unbiased. So the evaluation is totally done by the by external experts. But what we are also doing and what we have learned during like our exercise in managing open calls is that it is of paramount importance that the consortium, the scientific members of the consortium really have the possibility to make it clear also to the panelists what that counts in HPP and which are the requirements also scientifically for the project. And that is why the role of the members of the HPP consortium also in the panel meeting is the briefing of the panelists in order to make them aware of which are the criteria that need to be taken into account to make the selection a perfect match with HPP. So as a short, in order to become an HPP partner, you apply for the call for expression of interest and you contribute to the aims of HPP, targeting the topics that are outlined in the call. We are supporting the application not only by the HPP Open Call platform, but also by providing an extensive set of documents ranging from the call text to a guide for applicants, where needed background information on how HPP is set up and where to find the relevant information. Then via the Open Call platform, you are requested to also submit the pre-proposal to ensure that the matching of the call of the application is perfect with the call topic. And afterwards, and you are getting, or the applicants are getting feedback from selected members of the HPP consortium with the requested knowledge. And then applicants of pre-proposals are then allowed to submit a full-fledged proposal. The evaluation, as already outlined, will be done by external evaluators only, and then the integration of the selected partners in HPP. You can also already before the open calls are published, which will be done within the next couple of days. You can also already contact us now via that email address in order to ask questions or to get additional information. You also have the possibility or another way or path to actually engage with HPP. The calls, as you have already noticed, are dedicated to organizations or to companies. When we are talking about that you are becoming an HPP evaluator and help us with the selection of the strongest proposals, we are addressing you actually in your capacity as an individual. What is really important, which is like clear, is that you have the high expertise level in a relevant field. And if we have the possibility, we actually very often try to match or to match or to make research and industrial evaluators team up with each other to do the evaluation of specific of the proposals. The job that you will be doing as an HPP evaluator is remote evaluation of the different proposals which are assigned to you and participate in the panel meeting to decide or to take the final to help to prepare the final funding recommendation for the European Commission. That was short presentation on the open calls. I hope that I found your interest and that I mentioned maybe some keywords which will hopefully prompt you to actually get in contact with us and try to engage and find out more about the possibility to become member of the HPP community. Thank you very much. And now I'm here to answer your questions.
Marie-Louise, if you exit out of full screen mode, you will see the questions on the screen.
Okay, sorry.
If you want, I can read the first question out for you.
That would be super.
Someone has just written in from Facebook here. It says, can we apply without a partner from HPP in the proposal?
Yes, definitely. So you can do that in all 4 calls. In call 4, that's the only possibility to actually submit a proposal. So it's only standalone, and it's only no, it's not standalone. It is only for externals, and it is company oriented. And for the 3 first open calls, you can team up with a member in HPP, but you are not supposed forced to do that.
Okay, next question is, who is considered an HPP partner? Can we apply as an external collaborator if our university is an HPP partner, but we are a different research group not doing the work with HPP?
Yeah, so HPP external HPP external are considered research groups which are different from the ones which are part of HPP, and also former HPP members.
That's all the questions for now.
Okay. So if there is anything like in the future, just don't hesitate to click, to activate the email address that we have displayed on our slides, and we are trying to get back to you within 2 working days.